Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Tech News. Today, we want to be very humble and thank everyone for their support, views, and feedback. We have learned a lot from Tech News, and going through, we've seen not just knowledge, but also video editing, sound adjustment, which we've kind of, I won't say mastered, but we've learned from it. And I would like to give the honor to Abdallah to make a special announcement to you all. So, Abdallah, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Hidayat. So, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. So, yes, we are delighted to announce season 2 of Tech News and the Tech News podcast with even more guest speakers, experts, and thought leaders in Mauritius and even abroad. So, stay tuned.
So on. So this will solve a lot of problem, and this also means that testers will need to have more out of the box thinking, so more analytical skill, more better outlook of the big.
You may hear some other terms like data management, data governance. These are all very related things, right? Data management is more like about storage. So may think like, how do you store the data? We as data engineers focus more on how we move the data. And over on top of that, very often
You've mentioned about something around communication, and this is kind of a big thing, today, in this world we are living, people tends to be so technical. Retrospective for me is not enough. I have something I like to do is when there is this kind of situation, the white elephant, when you see too much of sugar coating within your retrospective, I tend to go with one and one.
The ideation took a hell lot of time actually. So the idea started popping in my mind when I started to work 7 years ago. So first,
Do you prefer working in the office or at home?
It's a mixture. I have both options. I can work anywhere, just to say it at least. However, I would prefer at the moment or in general to be at the office because there is this clear physical separation between work activities and leisure activities.
Let's say you're working on a task and you're stuck for hours. What do you do?
Usually, if I get stuck, I'm not one of those people who keeps on knocking my head and trying to make it work. I just get up and go do something else. It's automatic because I get bored very easily, and I get if something is not sticking, I just
In an e-commerce system very quickly. You need to add OAuth, and maybe you've let's say you've agreed 3 days for implementation for OAuth with, let's say, Google and maybe Instagram, but you are over the 3 days. How do you negotiate, or how do you communicate with the stakeholder? Thank you. So maybe just before we end, we will tackle the famous, what are the best 3 tips to become a Java architect?
Oh, okay. Well, I think we've touched on talking about the non-technical skills. So you should kind of like show up on those soft skills. We've seen like how much important they are. That's one thing. The other thing is based on my personal views, and